Hey subscribers, LR for life. This morning I am going to use the Snoop Dogg method of cooking bacon. I've never done this before. I read this recently on an article that he recommends doing a pound of bacon on a cold skillet, is what I read, and then heating on medium and just throwing everything in, like the whole thing, and then just stirring it around. Should cook for 15 to 20 minutes. Normally, I would separate it and try doing it that way, but what again? I just want to try his method and see how it turns out. I currently am this Black Label, Hormel Black Label cherry wood thick cut bacon. This is my preferred brand right now. I really wish that I could find something that was similar to the Safeway thick cut bacon that they had in Arizona, or I'm assuming they have it at other Safeway stores and like Costco, and Vans. I think is the other one that was related to Safeway. And I'm not sure that where they are in. They were supposed to be bought out by Kroger. I don't know if that got approved or not. Anyway, it's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about the bacon. So I'm going to cut open this package of bacon and just throw it into the skillet here. All right, so there you can see I just threw it all in at once. I do have a fairly big pan, so I mean I could have done the majority of this in one go anyway, but again, I think he said a medium pan too, but this was probably what I wanted to use. This was what I wanted to use. And on my electric stove top, we have it at A6. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let it sit here for a little while. I may see if I can find something to cover it up, because I think that's what he said too, is to cover it. I don't know if I have a lid that's big enough for this particular pan though. All right, well, I found something that kind of fits. It's this lid to a tamalera, a big cooking pot to put the tamales in. So I guess it would be a steamer, I don't know. But it's a huge pot. Anyway, got this. Now I got my bacon starting to sizzle. So we'll just leave it there for a little while and let it simmer, and just kind of we'll come back and stir it here in a little bit. All right, it is really sizzling now, so I'm gonna give it its first little stir here. We'll cover it back up here in a second. Oops. Hopefully got some of that video. I was paying attention to the bacon instead of paying attention to the camera. So we'll come back here in a second. We're gonna recover it. So it sure smells good. That lid is hot. I'm not going to pick it up with my bare fingers anymore. Again, it was not meant for this purpose, but yeah, normally I would, I'm not going to jumble my bacon around like that. That is not normally how I would cook it. But it sure does smell good. But I think the way it looks right now, it just looks nasty. But like I said, it smells really, really good. I'm gonna put this lid back on and let it simmer. And I'll come back in a little bit longer. All right, this bacon looks like it's getting close to being done. Some of it's not as done as I would like, so I'm just gonna try and get some of these pieces to lay flat. And get it. This is taking a lot. I mean, to cook a pound of bacon, this is taking at least the same amount of time, if not more time, than it would have if I were just using kind of that single method. So I think there's something to it. There's something to it. I just don't know how efficient it is. It may be a little efficient. A little more efficient if I was cooking more bacon than this. Like if I was cooking for a whole lot of people. The other thing I read was that he says, it's not as much about how the bacon looks, that it's how it sounds. And this kind of sounds done. It definitely doesn't look done. Like, there was a couple of the pieces that looked like they were done. There's some that were really close. I just turned up the heat just a little more. I had turned it down to 5, maybe about halfway through. So, again, there's just a few more pieces that were just really close. And I don't like my bacon burnt, but I do like it crispy. I like my bacon crispy. I don't like chewy bacon. And I'm probably going to have some scrambled eggs with this. I don't know what my wife's going to have. She'll probably have scrambled eggs too. And I don't know what else we have out today. Maybe some fruit, something like that. But I'd call this as good. It's a decent method, and use it if you want. Again, you can probably look it up online and find the exact recipe. I was just kind of going off of memory of the 2 minutes I read the article online, and was going from there. But you may want to try looking the actual recipe up. I guess he probably shared it with Martha Stewart. So anyway, hope you're all having a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever.